Oh, man. We are back.
Episode 10.
We're here with the one and
Tennyson.
only. Give it away. Give it away.
Oliver.
Young Oliver in the building. Indeed.
We gotta talk about something before we get into this. Me and this man went to Friendlies.
Back boys.
Something that we usually do. We go get the fribbles and
Fuck my stomach up.
I'm not gonna be too. My stomach is. I'm ready to shit my pants right now, to be honest. The bag of boys, but nah, we got some fribbles, and on our way in, we saw this Hiroshima looking like poster.
We were assaulted visually by something, a monstrosity.
What was it called?
Called the Cheese Skirt Burger. Right now, there's a great review on YouTube that me and Vincent just watched recently.
God.
If you look up Friendly's
Yeah,
Cheese
if you look
Skirt
up,
Burger.
it looks like Carrot Top reviewing the cheeseburger.
Oh, it's a girl. It's a girl. Shout out to her.
Yeah, shout out to her. No, but like for real, like
We need to get her on the podcast and give her a breakdown. Of
if this video gets how many likes? We'll keep it low. We'll keep it low because I really want to do it. If this gets 30 likes on YouTube, which is very low,
yeah,
we're gonna review the cheese skirt burger.
That's fair enough.
On the next episode.
Yeah, if we get about 30 likes and I would say 100 views, definitely at least 100 views.
Yeah,
on this video.
we're eating the cheese skirt burger.
I will buzz down a cheese skirt burger.
Bro,
And yes.
I feel like Friendlies has been going on a steady decline to the point where they are just slapping anything on a wall and they're just trying to make their money.
That's
bro.
a fact.
A cheese skirt burger. Yo, I had never heard.
I showed you the
before.
picture of it.
Yeah,
It looks horrid.
Bro, it looks like something that someone
It doesn't
made
look appetizing at all.
at 4 a.m. when they come home and they can't even see out of one eye.
Bro, nah, it looks disgusting. yo, what did you say, Gino? Yo, you were like, yo, this looks like
We
somebody.
said a lot of things. We roasted the fuck out of that burger. We were laughing for like 30 minutes straight. And by the way, Friendlies, what the fuck takes 30 minutes to make a fribble? Like
Literally,
fucking
what are they
swingers?
lactating the goats back there?
Yeah, McDonald's be busting out the McFlurries in like 30 seconds. When the
Yeah.
machine is
Come
not
on,
broken.
bro, step up the fucking work. Step it up. Step it up.
Bro, I don't know what they're. Shout out to Justin back there, but he gave me some extra cookie dough bites. He probably rubbed them on his balls because we were laughing so fucking hard at that shit.
That shit is
Bro, I told you, bro,
blasphemy.
he gonna end up in your DMs soon, bro.
I'm good, bro.
Nah.
Please just leave me alone.
Oh, nah, pause.
Hey, fucking yo.
He's like, hey,
yo.
hey, yo.
All right, so holy shit. Yeah, that Hiroshima monstrosity. Watch out for that cheese skirt burger. I will.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't get it. Don't just save yourself. Pop open a Chef Boyardee's at home. Have that shit instead.
Just ramen
Don't
it
eat
tonight.
that shit.
Just eat the ramen. Don't even cook the ramen. Just eat a
It's like
block
just
of ramen.
Yeah. Oh my
Snort
god.
the seasoning.
Dude.
Eat the block. Good to go.
Gosh.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh man. Good times.
But yeah, shout out to our guest today, young Oliver.
Hey, yo.
Very talented young man, very hardworking young man.
Not a lot of people know too. He's usually the voice behind a lot of these records when it comes to lyrics and songwriting and a lot of stuff. And he doesn't really get the recognition I feel like he deserves. So, shout out to him for that.
Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
He's low key like a young emerging Benny Blanco on
That's a
the low
fact.
key.
I've always said that. It's a fact.
No, that's fire, bro. Because people don't really understand like how much a writer or even a producer, like these different factors play a role in making a song, like making this shit really come to life and become something that's like a hit song or something that you enjoy. Like, you know, people don't realize like whether it's just one person or a group of people, like the music, as long as the music sounds good, you know, get
That's
as
a
many
fact.
writers as you want, get as many producers as you need to get the right sound.
Bro, there's some records that have like 30 songwriters on it.
Yep.
Bro,
and again, those people will never be, unless you're looking up the linear credits, you're never gonna know who actually wrote that record. So
that's
pretty crazy. You only just look at the artist and sometimes the producer.
Bro,
so
look at the Weeknd's records. Kanye, bro, I'm almost done with the Kanye documentary.
I gotta watch more.
I think
that
shit just like changed my life, bro, in a way.
Really?
Like, because it's so fucking crazy to see how they try to play him. Like, they try to act like he's not a dope MC and that he just should make beats. Like, and he's got these ideas and he's like, there's songs that I got that like I can't make Jay-Z go do. Like, I gotta. And he always said that he made beats so that he could rap and make songs to him. And
genius,
you listen to that initial album, the College Dropout, the Through the Wire situation where he got in the accident and he was rapping through the wire, literally. His jaw was wired shut and he almost died. It's just so crazy. I got the last part of it to finish, but
I'll never forget that story. Like, when I saw on social media, this man worked day in and day out, 12, 14 hours a day, literally drove home from the studio, I think, after 12 or 2 a.m., shout out to him. After that, and literally almost crashed. I mean, no, he crashed his car, but almost died from working so hard. I mean, if that's not devotion, I don't know what that is. Like, that's like, yo, you put your life on the line for this shit.
Deadass. So he was leaving a studio when he crashed a car. Like, he just had a late ass session.
Yeah, like he was cranking out beats, working on shit, and then literally driving home, he like must have fell asleep behind the wheel because he was so tired. Man almost lost his life.
Yeah.
But again, like, made it out.
I'm telling you, you watch this doc and it's so crazy because his man's Cootie from Chicago and shit that he like kind of came up with. He was able to capture like some of this early footage.
That's
with
crazy
Pharrell,
shit, bro.
Like before these dudes were like superstars.
I was literally with him
Dame
from the
Dash.
bottom line, bro.
Like, bro, and you could see in Kanye's eyes when he does the interviews, he's like that inner child is there to create. He wants to just make beats. He wants to make these songs, and like he gets on MTV.
Like, none of the bullshit now is involved. It was just strictly.
Yeah, you see like Kanye, like in the early days.
Drive, you
like,
see the drive.
Take away what the media has said about him over the years and all the chaos that has happened. Like, he was just a dude trying to make some dope art, bro. Like, he was just somebody who had good ideas and wanted to share them with the world. And so I think that's what the documentary does best. It shows like, hey, like, just stick true to yourself. Like, just stay true to your vision. Because a lot of people, I mean, if Kanye West, they was trying to play Kanye West, bro.
I would never. I mean, dude, the guy's
I mean, again, though, but at that time, bro, nobody knew, the legend he would become.
That's true.
Which is crazy. You know what I mean? And again, not to say that you shouldn't believe in anybody at the beginning, but a lot of people would be like that nowadays. I mean, look at people who have done that to us. Let's be honest. I mean, again, not to say I don't know if we'll be legends in the future. I mean, again, I'm not going to shoot us down, but we could be. But
you never know.
You never know. But again, there's people like that around us that are just like, all right, whatever. But then when shit pops, then it's like, okay, fuck. I used to hang out with those people. I used to be associated with those people. So
I always knew they would make it.
Yeah, those are those people that say that shit. Yeah. So.
You remember on the Kanye album, I don't know if it was The Life of Pablo or the other one where it's, I miss the old Kanye.
Yeah.
Remember that skit?
Yeah.
Bro, like Kanye like knows how many people like go to him and be like, oh, I love the old Kanye. I hate the new Kanye. It's like, bro, it's what you guys said on a previous podcast. Each year, each 2 year, each album, whatever somebody does, like, yo, you're growing as a person.
Oh, yeah, you
like,
mature.
You mature. You can't stay the same as you were 5 or 10 years ago. I mean, there's some things that change in your life, whether it's your attitude, your perception, anything, like your status, everything. Like, some things change, bro. Change is good.
Facts. Bro, your cells are dying every day and being reborn. You're a new person literally every hour.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to stay the same. Bro, I'm not making anything close to, well, maybe in a way, but like the same music that I was making 2 years ago. I'm not thinking the same that I was 2 years ago. It's all completely different.
That's a fact.
I mean, honestly, I think with my music, because you guys know I used to make a lot of that hard trap and dubsteps.
Yeah.
I still enjoy it. I'll still listen to it, but it's not really where my head is at.
Right.
Like, my head is at making those golden records.
Yeah.
I want something that people are gonna, timeless shit. Like, I want to be able to have somebody in the next 10 years, like, Come Closer, the record that we made. I want people to be able to listen to that in 10 years and be like, oh fuck, I remember when that record came out. I remember where I was. This, that. I can sing this. You know what I mean? With a dubstep record is dope. You know, sound designing is dope. But again, there's nothing you could really take away from those records. And again, I'm not shooting down a lot of those artists that make it. Shout out Illusion. I think he's one of the best to do it. But again, it's just something where my head is like completely like left that genre now. Like, it's just not something that I want to create. And I think I've matured as an artist, and musically I've matured into the music I make today.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah, you gotta just keep progressing. I mean, like I said, nobody's the same person that they were an hour ago, 2 hours ago, yesterday, last week. The point in life is to keep evolving. You're not supposed to do the same shit. Like that's death. I feel like that's when you're dying. Is when you're not
You're
moving
doing
forward.
the same thing and same thing over and over.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people like that, bro, that are alive, but they're like creatively and spiritually dead because they just haven't. They've kind of like given up.
Right? It's
Yeah,
upsetting to
they've
see
kinda just,
that.
a lot of times it's your loved ones, bro. They've just stopped trying to explore. They've stopped
Yeah.
trying to question things. They've stopped trying to like move forward.
I mean, I feel like finances becomes a big part in that though. Like at the end of the day,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you need money to put food on the table, but like a lot of people don't see the bigger picture until money's involved.
Facts.
You know what though? It's this thing I saw on social media the other week. I thought this post was crazy. Like when it comes to finances and like staying in the same spot where you are, like I'm sure everybody's seen it on like the whatever wealth, success, like those type of motivation pages. Like, dude, a new pair of Jordans is $150, $175, but you could take a trip
I saw that on
to the
on
Dominican
Instagram.
Republic or Puerto
Yeah.
Rico, round trip for $175. You could buy a Gucci bag or something else for $300-$400, or you can go to Europe
Mhm.
on a round trip.
Mhm.
I mean, bro,
Facts.
there's nothing stopping you. Like, travel the world instead of focusing on materialistic things.
Or instead, honestly, not even traveling the world. If you're not a person who likes to travel, spend it on something that you're gonna invest in.
Yeah, dude.
Instead of buying
Like-
a $500 Gucci bag,
Mm-hmm.
which again, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be a victim of it because I do like designer stuff.
I mean,
but
there's nothing wrong with that.
no, but I'm saying like if you're in a position where you can better yourself, and you're choosing not to, and you are spending money on things that aren't gonna value yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you're doing it all wrong. Like instead of spending $500 on a Gucci bag, you
Yeah.
could just be buying a fucking brand new mic to record a song that you want to record.
Of course.
So
That'll make you millions.
that'll make you potentially
Yeah.
millions.
Invest in your craft, you know, like don't do all of this for somebody else just to please somebody else. Like, yeah, you might have a nice outfit on and a few people look at you and you're like, "Oh, sick shirt, man, like sick pants." But like, dude, invest in like experiences, invest in yourself. Like that's the greatest reward I could ever, preach.
Facts. I remember. I don't know if you guys know who Daylight is. He's like a battle rapper. Just like a very conscious dude
I don't think I've heard of him.
from Watts, California. Yeah, he's like a little older now and shit. But shout out to him. He definitely helped me like on my spiritual awakening journey and just kind of like navigating through this world and creatively, just a lot of things. So shout out to him. But I remember I watched so many of his live streams and his periscopes where he just goes in on a lot of shit. And he was talking about how like when you look at your purpose, when you look at what you're doing in your life with your passions and everything like that, it's like it may not hit right away, but look at it as if you're putting money into like a universal bank.
Yep.
Like you're putting all this like change in and all these seeds in, and he's like, it's not gonna hit right away, but when that shit hit,
Oh, it comes down.
I'm telling you, it's gonna, like, when it's your time, it's your time. And I was like, damn, I never really heard somebody break it down like that, where it's like a universal bank. Like you think people look at it and it's like, well, you're not making money from this, so it's worthless. That's not true at all. Like it's actually like you're planting seeds, you're investing, you're making mistakes,
money
you're
every
learning.
day, it's just you haven't grabbed it
Bro,
yet.
you got to think too, like when you're trying to blaze a trail and you're doing something that's nobody's really done before in your circle or whatever the fuck, and trying to follow your dream, you have to make like you're making mistakes. So it's like you're learning from these mistakes and you're trying to find out the right way to do it and find your own way. Otherwise, you just work at fucking Kinko's, bro. You just work at Walmart because it's there. Yeah, you clock in, you clock out, and that's it. And I'm not knocking that because you get paid an even amount for your work, and then that's it. But if you're trying to do something different, you know what I'm saying, get paid $50 an hour, $100 an hour, $1,000 an hour. I mean, can you really put a price on your time? You can't ever get it back.
That's true. And, it's funny. I was speaking with this old lady a couple days ago while I was working, right? And we were talking about, like, my job and, like, what we do. And, like, she told me, she's like, well, how do they treat you here? Like, like, she assumed that the money wasn't well. And she goes, oh, you should, I know, right? So she's like, yeah, you should do this, you get a pension, you get that. And I'm like, I've heard the usual, right? But then I told her, I said, I've done something like that in the past, but it wasn't my passion. And it like hit her hot button. She was like, I'm glad you said that, because me personally, and she said it as well, I would rather work a job or do something I love, making dirt money, but I wake up every morning and I love it just to get by, than work something that I'm miserable at and have all the money in the world. Because why would I do something that I hate and I don't want to do because I'm wasting time?
I mean,
It's
Facts,
horrible. You know, I would rather be doing something where I can literally just make ends meet, but I love it every single day.
Always have a chance to evolve too,
yep.
to make it grow. It's not going to be just the same rate forever. You could always make it grow, but that's
honestly, bro. Money at the end of the day is paper.
It's
just
that's
paper.
how I see it.
It's just fucking paper. I mean, it's paper that can obviously grant you these freedoms. It can grant you, you know, the food you eat. It can grant you the vacations you go on. It can grant you the clothes you wear. But again, it's not going to change the person you are.
Nope.
Like you're still going to be if you're an asshole and you're a dirt person to people and you treat people like shit. No matter if you have $1 or millions of dollars, it's not going to change that. So, again, a lot of people are like, "Oh, once I become a millionaire, then I'm going to become a nice person." Like, nah, it starts when you're broke.
Yep.
If you're a broke person trying to help other people out and put them in certain positions, you're going to be that same person whether you have $1 million or you have $0.
Humble yourself. We all bleed the same blood. We all breathe the same air.
It's a fact. And I know I always joke around. I'm like, "Oh, I want fancy cars and everything," but the reality is, I mean, yeah, who wouldn't want that?
Like,
who
big
wouldn't
dreams,
want that?
bro.
I have big dreams, but again, you know, you always have to remain humble. You have to remain, and you have to know what you have, and you have to realize that you could lose it at any given time.
That's a fact.
That's the reality behind all of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like when you said that before, it's so true. It's just a piece of paper, and it definitely rules our society for now until we switch to crypto. But even that's like currency. Like it's always some form of currency,
some sort of giving and receiving.
Yeah, but you know, money isn't like the dollar. At least the U.S. dollar. It's not backed by gold anymore. Like there's no gold standard that it's held akin to or whatever the fuck they used to do. So it's literally just like it's just a piece of paper.
It's literally it.
That's
all it is, bro.
And you're like, you just really look at the piece of paper, like
the things you do for that piece of paper, the sick things that go through your mind. Like think about the craziest things that people will do for a piece of paper. At the end of the day,
it's really crazy when you look at it like that.
People will kill people for it. People will harm people. People will stab other people in the back for it. People will do demoralizing things for a piece of paper, bro.
And it's even crazy to think that that piece of paper. It's crazy to even think that piece of paper holds true to even bigger things. Like, you need that piece of paper to buy a house. Mm-hmm. You need that piece of paper to buy a Lamborghini. You need that piece of paper to buy food that gets consumed, eaten, and then shit out your body. Yep. It is pretty. Like if you think about it in that way, it's pretty crazy that a piece of paper holds all that true value. Yep. Right.
I think that's insane. I mean, think about like back in the days. You know. Think about way back then when people were solely farming. All of your stuff was done on your own. You had to pay money for the seeds, the fertilizer, and the equipment, but like you didn't have to depend on going to a grocery store. You were self-sufficient.
Yeah. I mean, once capitalism got introduced, man, that's when, I mean, definitely there's been some cool things to, you know, we have the iPhone, we have
of course
couches, we have computers, we have lights, we have all this kind of shit from capitalism. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that suck about it because it's just like the bottom line of this life is like you realize like even if you were to go fuck off and live in the woods somewhere and try to do that, you'd still need like solar energy. You'd have to have some sort of infrastructure to get that started. And I'm not saying you need a ton of money to do that, but you need something or you need some help or something. Like there has to be some exchange. Yeah. And so that's why it's just like, damn, capitalism kind of has like, it's like the bottom line of life. It's like you have to earn some sort of a living doing something. You know what I mean? Even if you don't really, I know a lot of people that are just like so done with capitalism that they're like, bro, I don't want to do anything. Like, I just want to live in the woods and chop wood and shit and like knit and like,
dude.
And you get chastised if you do that. Which is fucked up too.
Stupid. It's messed up. I mean, I've spoken with people before where they're like, I want to go completely off the grid. I want to live in the woods. I want to live in the mountain. I want to do the stuff like the guys.
Rent a fucking van out and drive across the country.
Yeah, dude. That's an experience. I want to do it cross country.
I would definitely want to do that one day too. Definitely.
Absolutely. Just straight down the middle. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In a fucking RV.
Yep.
Facts.
Cook up every state. How crazy would that be, bro?
Taking acid every day.
Something I realized about money like a couple years ago, like when the pandemic hit. Like, besides the PPP and, like, all that other stuff that was getting, like, funded to all of us, like, I realized that, you know, in my past, I've had financial struggles, as we all have. Living paycheck to paycheck, down in your last dollar, penny to your name, even in the whole negative, right? I've done it all. I've been on top. I've been on the bottom, right? I know how it feels. But one thing I realized is that when I started thinking that way, where money is just a piece of paper, that's when things in my life financially started turning around for the positive, because I was always a generous person. I always gave. I always donated. Always helped someone out. You know, if I saw someone on the street who looked like they needed $1, I would be the type of guy to go into the store, get them a big jug of water and a bag of chips to make sure that they don't starve or they get thirsty, instead of giving them $1. Not that I don't trust the person, but I'd rather know at the end of the day
That's the right way.
I'm feeding that person and I'm making sure they're hydrated, versus them going to get like a 40 ounce or something like that. And, you know, no shame like that. But that's when I started realizing that things turn around. When you start treating money like a piece of paper, it's just like universally like coming around to you more. And when you feel like you're rich, not necessarily materialistic, but like in life and soul and finances, you start to see more money revolving around you naturally. And I think it's like such a phenomenon.
Oh, 100% it is. That's kind of how I treat it too, my brother. Like, I just kind of, you know, I just kind of treat it like, I just give it away when I want.
Back around.
Yeah.
It always.
I mean,
comes
I don't.
back, yeah.
Sometimes I
comes
get.
and goes.
Yeah, I get into these moods where I'm like, no, I gotta like save right now. But then I feel like that's like, to an extent that might be true, but that's when you start to worry about money too much.
Yep.
And then you're like, fuck, like, and then you just start losing it and you're like, oh shit, like, and then you're watching the number. It's just an arbitrary number, like, you know what I mean?
I think about like, what am I saving for? And then I like think about it. I'm like, yo, I could have given that person, or I could have done that. I could have done that. Cause like, yo, like, what if I don't wake up tomorrow? Like, what is that just?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a victim of like waking up in the middle of the night and stressing about money. I do it all the time.
I mean, bro,
I do it all the fucking time.
It's healthy for us to always think about how to move your money. Like, what's the next move?
Yeah.
How am I gonna?
But it's not healthy when you're waking up at 3:00 in the morning and it's like the first thing on your mind. It's like, fuck.
Well, no,
how am I gonna eat tomorrow? You know what I mean? But I mean, I haven't done it in a while because I'm okay now. But like, still, like, you know, there was a time where I was like, fuck. Well,
what am I gonna do?
What the fuck am I gonna do? Do I just end that in my life now? Like, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
that
shit's real, bro.
You hustle.
Yeah, you hustle. You just gotta get up and hustle and keep fucking moving until you can't
Figure
move
out
anymore.
something to make money.
That's it. You just gotta fucking hustle.
Yep.
Yeah, I think a big thing is like figuring out how to provide value to people. You know, it's like, for example, I'll take beats for an example because I make music, obviously. So like, just kind of.
Do you make music though?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna retire. Actually, I'm just a DJ now.
Do you use like audio equipment, or do you like do Foley sounds with like banging stuff on the wall?
You know, it's actually funny because I do OnlyFans now. And I have a few clients.
I could have sworn I saw you in the cheese.
You saw me, right?
I saw you in the cheese skirt commercial.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't my proudest moment, but you got to get a bag sometimes. Like,
bag, boy.
Yeah, you do anything for the bag? You feel me?
No, but so boom. I was.
That's something we got to actually talk about with Ali right after this. I want to hear his opinion on OnlyFans, but go on.
That's a fact. Definitely need to hear that. With beats and stuff like that, yeah, anybody could just get online and fucking make beats and say, hey, here's my beats, buy them for $40, $50, $100. But it's like, you know, unless you have like a big name already, who's gonna pay for that? Because you can get really good beats online for free. Like, I've seen tons and tons of beats. So many good producers online for free.
Think about how many artists have popped out in the last 5 years that have blown up off of a YouTube beat that they pirated. Bro,
Facts.
I mean, I'll drop one right now. I mean, shout out Lil Mosey. I mean, look, he's made a couple bangers, good songs, Blueberry Fago, you know, a few songs like that. Yeah. Bro, his first song, Noticed or whatever, that really popped off, bro, that was a YouTube beat.
There you go.
And
I mean, Whoopty was a fucking YouTube.
But that's so dope
too.
because then they build with that producer from then on because they liked that sound, and so that producer just got to keep.
That producer just keeps getting a bag and a bag.
The producer didn't even know until Lil Mosey popped up out of nowhere, and then he heard that beat and he was like, "Wait a minute." He's like, "Yo, that's my beat."
Made that shit.
And then he started, and then he stuck with him.
Facts.
He stuck with him, and then literally the guy made his whole album.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you just provide value for people, whether it's a freebie. Like, you never know where it's going to land.
You never know.
I made a loop kit recently.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I feel like
out, see where
I feel like with music, bro, you kind of have to give and not expect back.
That's a fact.
Okay, yeah.
And that's how it does suck. It does suck, but I feel like that's given us the opportunities that we've been able to achieve and jump on. If you just give and you don't expect anything else back. And again, a lot of people are probably going to disagree and say, well, you can't give unless you're receiving back. And that's not true. That's definitely not true because, again, even if you just give and that person doesn't even give back, you still feel good knowing that you've given all you're worth and that you've given all you've got. You know?
You want? I'll say something really funny. I found this girl, and she's like a trap
rapper, singer from Atlanta. I think she lived upstate, but she's in and out of Atlanta. And I found her on Instagram, and you know, she raps over like those like rage type beats, like, you know, like the Trippie Redd, Playboy Cardi type stuff. Yeah,
those are fun to make.
but like it's hard. It's hard, and like I actually liked her sound, and like, you know, she's got like that style, like edgy, and like I DM'd her and I was like, yo, like I fuck with your shit, like, yo, like if you ever need like a writer or anything like that, like you need help writing or you even want to collaborate, like, yo, shoot me a DM, like I'd be more than happy to like help you. And she was like, oh, that's awesome. So she's like, how do you do your? She's like, what percentages or splits do you want? She's like, what's your percentages? I go, okay, so clearly this girl has had some bad run-ins where like she deals with people right off the bat and they immediately go, yeah, I want X amount on each song. I told her straight up. I told her straight up. I was like, yo, I'm not that type of person where I care about percentages.
Like, we'll worry about that later. Like,
all I care about is
literally just making the project.
Let's make the stuff, and then when you put it out on streaming like Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, credit me as a songwriter. I don't want a dime. Like, just credit me as a writer, so when people look, they could be like, oh, like this guy helped her write this song. That's fire. Maybe I'll like inquire to him, you know? Like, I don't care about money.
Too many people get lost in that whole
percentage.
It's like,
I want 50% because I wrote 10 words.
Yeah, too many people like get lost in that. Like, where it's just like,
write
just
a
make
word,
the
get a
fucking
third.
record. The record isn't even out yet, and you guys are talking about money. Like, it's just like I hate people that do
not
that
gonna
shit.
be that
Yeah,
good.
your head is not in the right place.
No,
if
your head is just in the money and the success and the outcome, you're not gonna make good music. I can
that's
promise
a
you
fact.
that. I can literally promise you that.
Word. As much as it feels good to make money from music, I never got into.
That's
music
the
to
end
make
goal. I know that's crazy to say because obviously that should be the number one goal is to put food on the table, but like that's the end goal when it comes to this shit.
I never got into music to make money.
No,
I just wanted to fuck around with it.
Obviously not, because if we're still broke at this age, that's not the fucking reason.
Yeah, like honestly, we're nowhere near where we want to be financially.
No, definitely not. No, financially,
we got some
no.
Shit cooking.
But we definitely have broken, and I think I could say this humbly for all of us. We've definitely broken out of that bedroom producer stage. I think we all can agree to that. We've all made that leap, and now we are pretty much just we're in the way I look at it is we're in the plane waiting for the plane to take off. A lot of people before us, I feel like haven't hit that stage yet. Which again, we're very lucky to be, and we're very fortunate to be in that stage. But at this point, we're just waiting for the plane to take off.
That's a fact.
Because we're literally
working.
and what we've been saying, we're a placement away.
That's a good analogy.
Facts.
We're a placement away from life changing. So,
facts.
And I know it's gonna happen. So I know it.
Any day now, bro.
So
any day. But the thing is, I try not to have any expectations because expectations lead to disappointment.
Absolutely.
And that's this is a kind of a side thing, but that's what I learned being in Cortland this past weekend. Like me, shout out to New Regime, Blix, LQ. We turned up this party, went to a sorority.
Hey.
The alma mater, SUNY Cortland. We definitely rocked it. Shout out to the Alpha Sig girls at SUNY Cortland. Shout out Theta Chi. Shout out everybody that was there. Bro, we barely slept, barely ate, barely really knew what the fuck was going on. I mean, I went to that school, but like not everything went to plan. It was cold, but I had so much fun. I had so much fucking fun, and I felt like it was an adventure. I felt like it was a great learning experience. I felt like we accomplished the mission because we got the party rocking at some point. The fire department came because fucking Blix with the fog machine and shit, and they came through and we talked to the fire department. They checked it out. It was all good. Then they left, and then we kind of got it rocking again. Like it was just fun as fuck, and it just made me realize like, yo, all this shit is like an illusion. Like you think you need all this shit to have friends, to have fun, to have success, dude. Just do whatever you want. Like, bro, like, don't have any expectations. I was ready for whatever this past week. And I was like, if this shit sucks, fuck it, I tried. If this shit's amazing, I mean, I could see it too. And we just had so much fun. I feel like we just laughed and we bonded. It was super lit, bro. Mad fun.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Thank you, my brother.
Of course.
You run down
lit.
any...
Did I run down on any cheese?
You run down on any...
Definitely didn't run down on any joints. I mean, I'll be honest. These girls are young. Shout out to all the girls that we met there. Shout out Brody, a.k.a. Annika. Like, she was mad cool. She helped to get people together. She helped to get the rest of the sorority hype.
That's a dope name, Annika.
Yeah, but she turns into Brody when she drinks. She's like a frat bro when she drinks. She's like, yeah, we called her Brody. That was like her little nickname.
That's her
She said once we left, she was like, I have post-new regime depression. Like, she was like, so we just hung out with her so heavy, bro, and like a few other girls too. Shout out Corinne. It was just lit, man. You know, you just meet these people, you bond with them, even if it's just for like a weekend, bro. And that makes me realize, like, yo, that's what people remember at the end of the day is, like, how you made them feel.
That's
like,
a fact.
Even if it was only a couple people or 30 people or whatever the fuck. Like, people remember the new regime.
They remember.
Yeah. They were like, the new regime, remember them? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, the interaction, whatever you did to them, the little things.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't run down any joints. Like, it just wasn't really like
I feel
that.
you. Yeah.
You know?
I feel you.
It could have happened. I mean, if we're going to do more events and shit like that, you could definitely catch this dick. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't about to be on no crazy shit. Might have to get an NDA rocket.
Yeah. You got to go there. Yeah, you got to go there with a couple fucking NDAs. You got to go there with a stack of NDAs. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
You're rocking with the NDAs.
So let's ask Ali about OnlyFans.
Oh, man.
Okay.
You know that we've...
I don't, but...
you know, we've, from past episodes, we've gone crazy. With the OnlyFans.
Of course.
We've gone crazy with it. So...
Oh, my God.
Ali, what's your take on OnlyFans models? And the golden question is, would you date an OnlyFans model?
Okay. So, how do I feel about OnlyFans models, like when it comes to women? So, I will give you the long story short, as good as I can. Honestly,
A woman's body is art. I'm one of those people that believes that. And to be honest,
shout out John Mayer. We live in a time, it's 2022. I mean, look, this isn't 50, 60 years ago where, a girl shows her ankle and people are outside your house with pitchforks and
she's a slut
and sticks of fire. You know what I mean? Like, times have evolved, and personally, if you do what you gotta do, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to do it to get the bag, it's a hustle. It's something that you love. Like, if you're proud of your body, if you want to showcase it, do whatever you want.
I agree with that. If it gets you the bag, why not?
I respect it. Like, a woman has all of the choices that she wants to do, and if that's what she likes to do, by all means, go ahead. I will never shame you. I'm never judging. Like, none of us can judge anybody in this world. Like, we cannot judge people. Like,
that's a fact.
God or whoever, that is the only person, creation, being, whatever, that can judge. Like, at the end of the day, we are not here to judge other people. So if you ask me how do I feel about it, I'm totally fine with it. Would I ever date an OnlyFans girl? Sure. Why not? I don't have any problem with it. Look,
I disagree.
At the end of the day, hear me out, right? If there's a girl who's showcasing her body, whatever, it's half naked, it's naked, it's whatever you want, okay, like, it is what it is. But, like, at the end of the day, like, she's coming home to you. If she's not messing around with other guys, she's not doing anything, she's still staying loyal to you, but she's just trying to make a buck and doing her thing, I got nothing wrong with it. It's like the same, it's the stripper analogy, too. Would you date a stripper?
No.
Personally, I don't care. I don't care. Like, do your thing. Whatever you got to do, whatever makes you happy. It's like we were saying before. Whatever makes you happy, dog.
Again, yeah, I'm not gonna bash them. That's their world. If they want to do it,
yeah, that's just
if
my
they want to
opinion,
do it,
though.
get the bag. That's cool with
My
them.
shit is not
I just don't
facts,
think
but
I
it's
could date
whatever.
one.
That's
fair.
I respect
does that.
and I respect your point of view on that.
Because I feel like I would just care too much about my wife or my girlfriend.
There you go.
I wouldn't want her doing that stuff.
And like and don't get me wrong,
just
like,
how I am.
care. Like I care about like the person. Like if it was like my significant other, girlfriend, whatever. Like yeah, of course I care, but like at the same time, I care about your happiness too and what you like to do. Yeah. So if that's what
I just
you
wouldn't
like
want
to
other
do,
dudes looking at my girl naked. Like I want to be the only person that sees that. So
that's fair.
Fair
I
enough.
respect it.
You know,
what about you?
Yeah, those are like terms for a relationship. It depends.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I could see myself dating an OnlyFans girl. I don't know about
I would date a model.
Oh yeah,
I would date a model. That's fine.
I consider them all models.
That's fine.
They're all models to me.
Yeah, but OnlyFans is completely naked.
Not necessarily. Not all the time.
Most of the time.
Bro, I mean, as we get older, we're starting to realize, like, okay, you don't want to be with a girl that's, like, banging every dude on the block, but you just want to be happy, bro. You want to find somebody that's just, like, a good fit for you.
Yeah.
And treats you right and is loyal, is not bringing home any STDs.
Yeah.
You feel me? And just is fucking with you. Maybe start a family with you. So there's a lot of girls that are doing hoe shit and not getting any money. And at least...
You know my wife. She actually just created an OnlyFans account.
Ariani.
But she's not posting no naked. I mean, I was the first one to view that shit, believe me. But she's not posting anything nude. It's just her in like bikinis, which
probably a lot of dudes.
I'd let that rock. I'd let that rock.
That's like being on the cover of like Sports Illustrated.
I'd
or
let
Playboy.
that rock. That's
it's really
cool.
not bad.
That's cool. I'd be cool with that. But again, the second if I was dating her and she started posting nude shit, nah, I'm not letting that slide. I just don't think I could do that. I just don't. I don't think I'd be. I don't think I would have the like. I wouldn't have the right mindset to be like, okay, well that's fine. Have a good day at work when you're busting it down in the coochie on the fucking phone.
You know
like,
why you know why I feel like my point of view might be different from you guys? Only because, I mean, you've been in relationships.
Yeah.
I've never been in a relationship before.
Yeah, that could be.
Never been in a committed one, not even a
it.
short-term one. Never had a girlfriend before. But I've always been the person that people come to for relationship advice because I'm like an overseer. I've seen so many scenarios.
So you don't know the exact feeling of what it would be like
I know
to
the
be
feeling, but I've just never had it myself, and it's kind of unique. And that's why when someone asks me, like, would you do this? Would you this? Would you be happy with that? Like, how would you do it? I think it's because I've never been in that person's shoes, but I've spectated it. But that's how I see it. You know what I mean?
It's a crazy feeling. I mean, I haven't even been in that many relationships, maybe like 2 or 3. But been in love
compared to Zep.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that because when you're in love or you really like somebody,
that
changes everything.
That's
and
what
really,
I meant by it too.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. With one of my exes, I was like there was one night where, like, we didn't fuck or whatever. Like, it was kind of like on the fritz. We were about to end soon, and I couldn't sleep because I felt like, first of all, I was being denied the coochie, so I felt like I was low-key addicted at that point. Second of all, I felt like the relationship was failing, so I was like, I couldn't believe that another person had that impact on me where I couldn't sleep. And I just wanted to talk to them to, like, figure out what was going on, make it right. That shit is, like, wild to me. That's where that soul tie shit comes in and, like, deeper level shit comes in. But at the same time, learning from that experience, it's like, you know, certain things to watch out for and to not necessarily get so emotional about, at least as men, I feel like. I mean, we have emotions, but it's like certain things I feel like they do fare better when you're not as emotional as a man. You know, you don't get wrapped up into that world too much. But yeah, it's just a crazy feeling, and I feel like going forward now, like, I don't know how I would feel about it, because I say I would date an OnlyFans girl, but if I really, really cared about it,
if you were really in love, would you want another guy looking at her tits and her ass?
I don't really give a fuck, because, bro, this is the thing. Girls post shit and dudes look at it on the gram.
Guys look at girls
slide in
all day.
All day. On Instagram you can't post nudes.
But she's gonna get the bag and she's gonna probably share it with you. She's gonna buy you a new, like, a Gucci hat. She's gonna buy you a motherfucking microphone or some shit.
Yeah, but honestly, bro, remember what we said before? Money's just, I mean,
it's just paper, but at the same time,
like
yeah.
You know,
you know,
I don't know.
Chosen, I got 2 questions for you. Speaking about that, that was pretty. You know, that was a nice analogy. 2 things. When you said, you know, the thing with men's with emotions, did you know that men every year cry less than a handful of times? Did you know that? There was a scientific study. Men cry less than 5 times a year. That's pretty bananas to me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for me, I might cry
a few times a year.
Yeah, once or twice, maybe 3 times a year.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
Same for me.
When I was recording this last song I made, I cried in the middle of it because I was like, this shit is so raw to me. Like, this shit is real as fuck. Like, I'm just, bro, I was like hyped. I was like, yo, I'm really doing this shit. I'm really, like, making this shit, like, and I had to like, if you could probably hear it on some lines in the song where I'm like crying, like trying to get that shit out. I'm like, bro, if niggas don't feel this shit, fuck you, because this shit means everything to me.
Raw emotion,
I gave it all up for this shit.
Raw emotion.
And so it's just like, yeah, like, that was a moment where it just came out of me. I was like, damn, like, I wasn't even that, like, I just had a great weekend, and, like, this shit just came out of me. I'm like, that's how I know this shit is real, because somebody gonna feel this if I'm feeling it.
For sure.
But I don't know if I want to say I want to cry more than a couple times a year or less.
No, it's not forced.
I feel what you're saying, yeah.
And then number 2.
Yeah, I don't think crying is bad, bro.
No,
it's
when you're
not
in pain,
at all.
you cry.
You
fuck
need to.
Yeah, facts.
But number 2, you know, when you were telling me, you said that, you know, you were up at night one time thinking about, you know, that one girl that you had a relationship, right? Also, another scientific study, which is pretty cool. I've brought this up to Vinny before. Did you know that when you're having a dream, if you see someone in your dream, even if it's a girl or a guy, but specifically a girl in this situation, did you know that they're actually dreaming about you too? Did you know that?
That's like a proven fact.
Yeah,
that's wild.
No, this is actually true.
Crazy.
So it's crazy because I've tested it. I had a dream once about one of my friends, right? It was just not like a sexual dream, but like just like a regular dream, right? It was a scenario. We were somewhere. Whatever.
Damn. So when I dream about Ariane Celeste, that means she's dreaming about me, bro.
Yo,
Bro.
subconsciously she's dreaming about some other random guy.
Nah, she's dreaming about me.
Probably.
Nah,
Well,
she's dreaming about
well,
me.
about you, but yeah.
She's
But what I'm
dreaming
saying
about
is,
me, 100%.
I dreamed, and one of my friends was in my dream, and I remember a day or two later, I brought it up, and I was like, yeah, like, you know what's funny? Like, you were in my dream the other night, and he goes, what? He's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, I didn't even want to bring it up to you, but like, dude, like a couple nights ago, like you were in one of my dreams. And I was like, what? And then like, obviously we set the scenario. Like I said, we were like out somewhere. We were in like we were doing something with music. Like we were in a studio. I've also dreamt where I've had like people in my family in a dream, and then like a celebrity that I've always wanted to meet, and then like something else. It was crazy. Like, that shit is real,
Wow.
though.
So how did they find out that they are also... Is it just something that you put to the test? Or
I
like
put to the test because I dreamt of my friend, and then I approached him.
I mean, they probably do like case studies in that shit. They probably have like two people. They probably put a bunch of people in a room, have them sleep like overnight, and then they probably record their dreams or some shit.
Word.
Have them talk about it in the morning. I mean, that shit is crazy.
Dude, like...
That shit is bananas.
And then one time, months and months and years ago, like, I remember I was talking to this girl one time, talked for a while... Never went anywhere, like I said before. Never really did anything serious. But, like, it was in the stages where, like, I was trying to make something out of it, and then it never, fell through. And then I remember, like, 6 months or a year down the line, I think I popped in one day and I like, told her happy birthday or something, right? And then I remember the day after that, she was in my dream. And then I remember that, and I was like, yo, that's weird because of the scenario before. I was like, yo, I popped in after a year of not talking to this girl, saying happy birthday. Then the next day she's in my dream. Maybe that moment where I wished her a happy birthday, I didn't talk to her for a year. Maybe she thought about that too. I was somehow in her dream. Maybe she was thinking something like, oh, wow, like,
Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy.
I definitely do think you're traveling in your dreams somewhere.
100%.
That's got to be something.
You are leaving your body somehow.
Bro, I've been having the craziest dreams lately too.
You ever been like halfway out of your body, like in a dream?
Or like you're falling or some shit?
No,
like,
bro.
The falling's crazy,
dude.
But I'm talking about like when you're falling asleep and you're half asleep, half awake, and like to the point where like you actually saw yourself. I'm not even kidding. Go into a dream. You ever seen that where like you fall asleep and then in like 2 seconds you're already in a dream. You snap out of the dream and you come back. You ever have
you're traveling, bro.
You know my therapist. You know my therapist said. She said that whenever you're sleeping and you have a dream and you're falling, 9 out of 10 times it's like your body part falling off the bed, and your body doesn't interpret it.
I've heard of that.
As
I've heard
like
of that.
like if you're sleeping on your arm and your arm falls off the bed, your whole body interpret like your brain interprets that your whole body is about to fall off.
Crazy.
So it's like, and she also said too that when you're falling, that means you have a lot of stress in your life and you need to let go of it.
Damn.
Which is
real.
crazy.
Wow.
And your dreams are pretty much the things that tell you to let go of those things that give you the stress
I've
in your life.
never fell in a dream before.
I fell many times.
Yeah?
Many
Crazy,
times. Many, many, many times.
I had a dream once where I almost died, but I didn't die.
I've had those too.
I've had dreams where I felt like I died numerous times.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That shit's scary. That shit's scary, bro.
Oh yeah. I've had dreams actually where somebody's like dropping a nuke, and like I'm like, this is it, and then like I close my eyes and it's like, then I like wake up somewhere else. It's weird, like, bro, death is not real. Like, there's definitely more. I'm going off on a tangent right now, but it just made me think of like when I took mushrooms. Like, there's way more to this reality than you think. Like, there's way more going on here in this dimension and other dimensions that it's a good thing we couldn't just process it all now with a sober mind, because I think we'd all go insane. Like, there's a lot going on. Like,
yes.
In the energetic frequency dimension kind of perspective. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I'm not going to get too deep into that, but just made me think of that. I'm nuts. Fuck it.
We're all a little crazy, aren't we?
Yeah, we're fucked up.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but
I'm fucked.
Like, nah, we all are.
I was born with a dick in my brain. Yeah, fucked in the head.
Y'all
ever heard that? I was like, please don't leave me hanging on that one.
I'm about to go. I'm about to go ask Justin for another fribble.
Can we just play with Teddy Ruxpin instead? I have to.
Yeah, that song is ham, bro.
That song is crazy. Yeah,
That whole album.
that's my favorite album by Eminem, by the way.
Yeah,
Relapse,
he snapped.
bro.
Get back on them drugs, bud.
That was my favorite album by
He
him.
snapped on that album.
Nah, he did. Shout out Eminem.
Bananas.
Yeah, shout out to Fribble.
Shout out to
Oh my
Fribble.
god.
He just said the
Fribble was.
Yeah, I don't think I've had a Fribble since I was like
All right, we gonna
maybe
get you
younger
a Fribble.
than 10 years old.
We gonna get you a
It's
Fribble.
probably been like almost
Here's-
12, 14
Bro,
years.
you're about to have the dinner of champions, right? I'm gonna set it up for you. You're gonna have a cheese skirt burger.
All right, so what is this, like a death row meal? Is this my last meal before I get the
Yeah.
chair?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty
A
much.
cheese skirt burger?
You're getting a cheese skirt burger, extra cheese.
I
You're
do love
getting
cheese.
a Fribble birthday cake remix.
Birthday
with-
cake, really?
I mean, what's your favorite flavor? You can have whatever you want. This is
Well,
your
I
last
mean,
meal.
you were talking about the cookie dough one earlier. That actually sounds
Pretty good.
fire.
Oh, that's what we had before. I had the cookie dough and forbidden chocolate.
Ooh.
What'd you have? The cookie dough?
Forbidden chocolate. Yeah, I had the cookie dough and vanilla.
Ooh,
Well,
yeah.
why is it forbidden? though? Like, what is it
Co-
so good that it's like
It's
oh,
forbidden.
fucking forbidden. It's
Cookie
just
dough and
forbidden.
vanilla sounds good. Like, I'm a very big vanilla guy. I like
think
vanilla.
My favorite flavor though is like birthday cake. I really love
Birthday
cake.
cake is fire, but like, isn't it so sweet?
Yeah, I wouldn't get any toppings with that though.
Oh, no.
I think birthday cake just in itself a little.
I'm
portion's
about
fine.
to DM Ariane Celeste right now and ask
Again?
if she's been in my if I've been in her
Young
dreams.
Ariane,
You about a DM?
please tag us.
Literally.
Yo,
please tag us.
speaking of like, it's funny, like, Ariana Celeste, right? Or Celeste, like, beautiful woman,
Fire
right?
name, by the way.
Beautiful. She's
Very beautiful
everything
name,
about her
beautiful
is-
woman,
Everything,
right?
everything about her is beautiful.
Her name is amazing.
You know, it's so funny because you're like, yeah, like, I'm a DM her, I tag her in my stories, and like, yo, like, one day, I'm telling you right now, like, you're never gonna know. You're gonna get a random response from her one day.
Oh, yeah,
you know
I know
why?
her.
You remember that one time when, remember
Oh.
that celebrity crush I had? Sydney Carlson?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
model?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember like, I used to like her. I still like
Cindy
her photos
Carlson
all
is
the time.
bad.
Beautiful
She's
woman, by
bad,
the way.
too.
Shout out Sydney. I remember I always used to like her photos, comment, everything like that. And I remember one day, like, she started like responding, like whatever, like liking them. I was like, yo, I was getting hyped. I'm like, yo, I'm like a fanboy. I'm like, yo, like yeah, yo, she acknowledged me, like shit like that, right? And then I remember one day I shot my shot, right?
I remember this.
So
I remember
random,
this.
bro. She was in New York City, right? Like she's from Los Angeles. So like she posted a random picture in Manhattan or Brooklyn or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, in the city." So I go, I commented. I was like, "Yo, Sydney, like, let's go get a chopped cheese. Like, let me take you to go get a chopped cheese." She responded. She was like, "Okay." So immediately, right? Yo, out of
that shit is crazy.
thousands of comments. I mean, thousands.
Yeah, you were freaking out.
Yo, I was freaking out because she literally scrolled through and she's like, "Okay," and I was like, "Yo, is this
Yeah.
girl like dead ass?
shit's
Like, yo,
crazy.
am I about to go on a date with a supermodel to a bodega to get a chopped cheese?"
Bro.
Like, yo, like I was like, yo, like I'm about to spaz, like
Bro.
for real. Like, yo.
Speaking.
You have unlimited Riz, bro. You
But
rizzed
what-
her up.
When I saw that, I was like, yo, I'm sorry, but if this woman acknowledged me and actually responded, and I checked all the comments too,
yeah,
she wasn't
yeah,
responding to
she was
nobody.
responding to, yeah, that shit's
I
crazy,
was like,
bro.
yo, she saw my profile, like, yo, I don't even have the most self-esteem at times, but I was like, yo, if this girl actually like did that,
Oh yeah, you'd have to get in the car
I
immediately.
was like,
and
yo,
go.
I'm ready to get in my car.
You gotta floor that shit.
Go 120 miles an
Sweet,
hour
swerve,
on
swerve.
the Grand Central, swerve, park up, and go get like all the chopped cheeses.
Bro, speaking of
100%
baddies in New York City, Sophia Franklin just moved to New York City.
Beautiful.
She is a
What
fucking
is that?
dime. She used to be on the
Beautiful.
podcast with Alex Cooper.
Yeah, she's a very pretty girl.
What's that podcast called? I can't think of it on the top of my head right now.
Call her daddy.
Call Her Daddy. She used
Yeah,
to be
of
the girl.
course.
Yo,
Oh.
she's fucking bad, bro. Yo,
Shout out
I
Alex
saw that
Cooper.
she posted. I saw that she moved to New York City yesterday. She was posting it. She was like moving in. Yo, I kept DMing her, bro. I was like, yo, let me help you move in. You need any help? I got you. I'll bring over some food for you. Yo, I DM'd her like 30 times, hoping that she would answer. But I'm telling you, one day she's gonna answer. One day these girls
that's
are
what
gonna
I'm saying,
answer.
One day
bro.
you're probably
gonna
gonna
get a
they're gonna answer.
response, a
But once they get
like,
that blue
something.
check, it is
Ooh, even
Outta
before-
here.
Before
It's
the blue
outta
check.
here.
No. Before the blue check, bro. Look at me. I had fucking,
Yeah, it's a
what,
fact.
like 4,000 followers.
That's a fact.
Somehow sifted through the comments, got a little chuckle or smile out of it. Like, bro, all you got to do is stand out from the crowd instead of commenting being like, "Oh, you're
like
so
hard
hot.
eyes with the
Oh,
view.
hard eyes. Oh, you're so
That's
hot."
what we said.
Like,
Yeah, that's what we said last time. When you do that shit, you get no response.
you got to be funny. Like
You get no response.
You have to be funny with it, and then they're gonna scroll through their comments.
Yo,
'cause
you just
this
gotta
is
be
what they
witty.
do in life.
You gotta be witty.
They're influencers.
If you're just commenting what every other dude is commenting, you're not gonna get
Oh,
a
yeah, no,
response
you don't
back.
stand
That's not how
out.
you talk to women. You don't talk to women like every other guy talks to a woman. That's not how you get women.
A lot of y'all dudes have fucked the game up. Like
Yeah.
y'all in
It's
the
a
DMs and in the
fact.
comments. Oh my god, I'll give you $100 to send me feed pic. Give me this.
Let me see your toes.
I just want to
$100.
talk. I'll take
Bro,
you out. I'll
remember
be your
what we
sugar
said,
daddy.
Bro, the more you violate, the more you almost like have a chance.
The thing is, I'll straight up tell a
It's
girl.
crazy.
Like I think we've talked about this before. Like I'll straight up tell a girl like, Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that fit go together. I'll be honest. I don't ever tell a girl she looks
They
good.
want honesty.
And how
But they
and
do
how
want
quick
honesty
and how
about the
quick does she
fits.
respond back? How quick does she respond back?
I mean,
How quick?
I'll just say I don't get left unread that much.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do.
You know
Not
what's
perfect.
That's my point.
That's
Proven
like
right there.
that's like a thing I remember. I saw like this girl take a selfie, or like she puts on a story or sends it out, right? And like I will not look at the outfit, the hair, the nothing. I'll literally just be like, for fun, I'll be like, yeah, like what's going on with that mirror in the background? Like you got to spray some Windex on.
Of
that.
course.
Yeah. That's how you do
That's
it.
the shit right there.
And you know the girls
just
that
to make a joke, like
the girls
but
that
they love
leave
it.
the girls that leave you on red, for me, what I consider them are apron women. And we haven't really
Hold on. Apron women.
we haven't really like dove into that. But the girls that aren't nice, girls that don't say,
I know some bullshit coming.
I'm like looking right now. I'm like, yo, am I
no, there's a couple girls right now in my life
Sad.
that have fucked me over, that have done me wrong,
Okay.
that I would like to just give aprons to with their names on it. And just tell them to go fetch me something.
Oh my gosh.
Go fetch me a nice drink. All right? No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
But no,
man.
there is.
He's not kidding.
Oh,
He's
he's
No,
like
I am
kidding,
kidding,
not
but-
kidding.
But no, there is some girls who deserve that title. I'm not gonna go into detail who they are, but Ali knows some of them. But
Gosh.
there is some. So I just wanted to put that out.
It is true though. Like
Not
a lot
you,
of,
Ariane Celeste, though, baby. Not
Nah,
you.
shout out to her. A lot of dudes have like fucked the game up, but in a way they've kind of made the game fun because all you got to do is just not be a fucking bozo simp ass motherfucker, and you'll probably get some attention. And as long as you know how to speak English and maybe you're a little funny, you have some things going for you in your life. You got some riz, man. You'll be good to go. You don't got to overthink
You
it.
don't even need game. Like
No, you don't
you
need game
don't
at all.
need game
You don't.
anymore.
You
Like
literally
back in the
don't.
day, you used to need game. You used to need pickup lines, be smooth, wear a certain cologne, dress a certain way, have some banaka on you. You know what I mean? Like some shit,
Crazy.
some shit like that.
Like
Like
crazy.
no, for
Fucking crazy.
radical.
Banana
Yeah.
Republic fit with Versace frames.
Nah, for real, bro. You used to have to wear like whatever, but like now, like all you gotta do is just be yourself, crack a nice joke, and like, bro, like that's it. Move on, move with the flow. Like, I mean, I can't remember the last time I've even like hit on a girl or like done something like that. So like
Yeah, me
maybe
too.
these methods haven't worked in a while, but I'm sure if I went back out there and I did something and I stayed true to myself, you know,
I feel you. on
something
that.
would stick.
I don't do that shit either.
Well, when you say
Stop-
hit
wait,
on a
wait,
girl,
wait.
are you talking about like
Stop
at
cap.
Are you talking about like at a bar? Or are you talking about just like randomly?
No,
in person?
no, just in general. Like not even a bar. I don't like going to clubs, bars, anything like that. I'm not that type of guy. I like.
Yeah, I don't
you
really
know,
like the
I'm a
bar.
very like reserved to myself. I like being around like
That's
a couple.
how-
of
Yeah, like,
buddies.
let's
That's
just
how
watch
I am,
Netflix
too.
and
I'm like
I'm a-
that too. Honestly, I don't like going out and talking to women and.
I mean, nah, just I'm not a fan of that. Like I'd rather like be in a social setting, like something more
With a
calm.
couple friends and-
yeah, a
and
couple
just
friends,
hanging
a
out
few
and-
people hanging out, maybe getting to know a few people, whatever.
That's how
like
I am,
doing
too.
something interactive, like we're playing a game, we're doing something competitive, but like not like going to a club where it's like
Yeah, I don't like that shit either.
and I'm like
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm,
I'm
and
too
I'm
tired
like,
after that.
and I'm like screaming.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
Fuck that.
where are you from? Like it's like, yo, I can't.
And
do
I
that.
hate those dudes that like walk from girl to girl in a bar, like trying to get with like girls, like clubs and bars and shit like that.
Well, in a way, you gotta respect it because it's a numbers game. They're
Nah,
just
I-
trying
Yeah,
to
it
go.
is a numbers game.
Nah,
It is a number game.
I remember this one time we were out somewhere, and I remember like this was like a pivotal point for me where like I was like, yo, I'm done with these type of like establishments. Like, yo,
Right.
it was a summertime. It's shoulder to shoulder. This is before the pandemic, whatever. And like we're surfing around, we're doing our thing. And
Where was this?
I don't know. We were.
Was that with you?
Yeah, I don't know. We were at the Mile or we were somewhere. I don't know. We were at some place, right? And I remember it's summer. We're wearing short sleeve shirts, everything. And I remember there's so many people there, bro.
I think it was the Mile. I think it was
It
Tropics.
was so congested, bro, to the point where there were sweaty people, sweaty dudes moving around.
Yeah,
and bro, I
just
remember
a no.
my short sleeve. I had sweat, like bro, like skimming through people to go get to the other side, and I literally felt like Niagara Falls was coming down my arm.
Yeah, it's
And at
disgusting.
that moment, I looked and I was like, dude, where am I right now?
Yeah, it's just you get to a point where it's
Like a
like,
swamp.
I just reevaluated my whole life. I was like, yo, what is my purpose of being here right now? And I was like, yo, I need to go. Like, I am.
It's like a good feeling. Look, you're like,
bro, that was the
this
same
shit.
night, bro. I don't even think
Yeah.
I told Gino this. That was the same night that if we're talking about the same exact night, that was the night that we went to Tropics. And remember that girl that kept going around to dudes and telling her it was her birthday?
Oh my gosh, it was.
Bro,
Yes.
Bro, let me tell you this crazy fucking story.
This was crazy.
We go to Tropics, right? It's me, him, our other boy Anthony, and my other boy Anthony. So it was like 4 or 5 of us.
Yep.
We're walking through Tropics. We're just chilling. Me and you were literally just chilling. Anthony was chilling too.
Yeah, we were
our other boy who was single, Anthony, he gets a little crazy when he drinks. He's fucking shout out Anthony Diaspora. He's crazy. He's hilarious. But
love you, dear.
He met this girl. He was talking to her. He was vibing with her. They were kicking it, and she had told him that it was her birthday.
Yeah.
So he was a little intoxicated, and he bought her a drink. Whatever. 5 or 10 minutes or so passes by. She goes up to another dude, starts leaning up on another dude. They start talking, and I overheard her because I was like 2 feet away from her. She's like, "It's my birthday. Like, I'm turning like 21.
You want to buy me whatever?"
That dude buys her a drink. Bro, she comes over to me then because she didn't see that I was friends with Anthony. She comes over to me.
Yep.
I start talking to her, but I knew exactly what she was going to do.
Yep.
So I was giving into her. I was playing into her. And she said, "It's my birthday." I said, "Didn't you tell 3 other dudes that it was your birthday too?"
Oh my gosh.
And she walked right away.
Yeah,
she
because
turned away, bro, with like a smirk on her face. I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, because I ain't paying for your fucking drink just because it's your birthday. Get the fuck out of here, bro."
Look, I get it. Like, people are excited on their birthday, and like, you're there to have a good time. I get that.
Was it her birthday, though?
No.
No,
I
actually,
doubt it. No. I doubt it was.
No. Didn't she have a sash?
I don't know.
No, she did. Yes, she
No.
did.
Either way.
It's probably fake. Wasn't her fucking
These,
birthday.
some of these joints will do whatever.
They'll do whatever for a fucking vodka cranberry.
A lot of girls probably do the same shit.
I mean,
Could have been her birthday though. She had a
it could have
sash.
been. I think it was a sash. I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
she had
even
a
if it
sash.
is her birthday, why the fuck does she deserve 3 free drinks?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying she deserves it.
Why?
But like, okay, all right. Like, she's talking. She probably had a few drinks.
She could have
herself,
got 12 free drinks over 12 free new dudes. That's robbery.
I mean,
You could buy a whole fucking 2 cases of fucking Corona at that point.
oh my gosh.
Get the fuck out of here. No. There's some women that need to be held accountable. They need to be held accountable.
Well, they're
for
just
that
trying to
shit, 'cause
finesse.
That's
you know
fucked
what I mean?
up.
They're trying to hustle.
That's fucked up.
It's finessing, but
blame them though, or do you
but
blame the
you
dudes that
can't
are like,
finesse-
"I'll buy you a drink"?
Well, yeah, I mean those dudes are fucking morons too. Because
and
if you
let's-
sit there and you simp over a woman and it's her birthday, I have
Let's
to
be
buy her a
honest, though.
drink. I have to buy her a
Goofy
drink.
ass
no. Let's be honest.
I mean, you must not get laid.
No,
if
let's
you have
be
to do
honest
that.
though.
Let's be honest.
She was a good looking. She was a good looking girl
Cheese
though.
skirt is fucked.
She was a good looking girl. You remember?
Yeah, she was bad.
Yeah, she was good
I'm not
looking.
gonna lie, she was bad. She was bad.
And
She was
Fucking
bad.
sexy.
I
She
mean,
was
look, like, don't get me wrong. I mean,
No, she was bad.
she had the power. She had the
And her
power
friends were
to
bad,
do
too.
what she wanted to do. But again, if you don't fall for it, you can't finesse a finesser.
Right.
I knew her game plan from miles away.
Well, we
And again,
saw it. We respect.
We saw it, yeah, and I heard it.
respect
And then when she tried it on me, I shut her the fuck down. So
Yep.
you ain't doing that with me. I ain't spending $15 on you unless I'm making out with you. So sorry.
Gosh.
Well, I mean, at a bar, come on, let's be honest, bro. I'm not gonna spend $15 on some random chick so she can just go over and talk to 12 other dudes.
Well,
You gonna do that? Come
I
on.
don't spend money like.
that's
I'm
real,
not
bro.
doing that, bro. Come
Anywhere.
on. Let's be honest,
real.
though.
That's
Bro, I go around.
Right?
If I'm at a.
I mean, unless it's somebody that you, I don't mean to interrupt, but unless it's somebody that you
If
it's
actually
a
like
girl
know,
that
you're
you're
friends with them.
That's fine.
But you can
That's
tell when a
fine,
girl is
bro.
trying to get something out of you. Everybody wants a fair deal.
That's-
You feel what I'm saying?
that's what pissed me
Everybody
off.
wants a fair deal. You're not gonna just buy a random girl a drink at the bar and not
Bro, like
not
if
at
we
least
go
chill
out,
with her the rest of the
if
night.
we go out with girls that we know and that we're friends with, I don't give a fuck. I'll buy all of them drinks. I don't give a fuck because those are girls that I know, and I know that they're not going to be using me for something. They're not going to be using me for a free drink because I'm
You don't want to
offering
get taken
first.
advantage of.
Because you know
No.
who you are. It's not like you're never going to see them again.
Exactly. I know I'll see them and stuff. But like if it's a girl that I've never seen before and she's finessing 15 other dudes walking her way through trying to think that she can get a drink from every other guy, when you come up to me, I'm going to let you know what's up because I'm not giving into that shit.
Word.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little crazy.
I'm not giving into it. Sorry. I'm not a
But there's
simp like
nothing
that.
wrong with buying a girl a drink, even
No,
if it's a
not
random
at
girl.
all.
But it's
No,
just got to be
not at
what
all.
you do. Like it's like I'm doing this because
Yeah.
out of the kindness of
Out of
I
the
don't
kindness
expect
of my
shit.
heart,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I could see that.
That's a
you know what I mean?
fact. I mean, I respect that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I respect that view too.
No, I'm not buying a girl. I'm not buying a drink just to make out with a girl. That's
Yeah.
not the case. But I'm saying if I'm drunk, and obviously it's probably gonna happen if you're vibing with a girl and you guys you're buying her drinks and stuff. You're most likely that's probably what's gonna end up happening.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not looking for that. If I'm buying a drink for a chick, I'm into her. I'm into her a little bit, and I want to know more about her. I
True,
want to talk
true.
to her, and I want to engage with her more.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm trying to get her drunk to fucking bang her. I'm not trying to do that.
No, I feel
Right.
100%. I know exactly what
You know
you're
what I
saying
mean,
with that
though,
shit.
right? Like,
Yeah,
but I'm
100%.
not gonna get finagled and finessed and being like, okay, well,
No,
I went to 12 other dudes, so let me just try to get the 13th drink out of you. Nah, I don't.
I mean, how many drinks does she need like to get lit?
Bro,
I mean,
she was
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
hammered, bro. She couldn't even
I
fucking
mean,
stand
yo,
up.
She was she's probably like 5'10", 5'9". She was thin. I mean,
Yeah,
dude,
she was a
probably
blonde.
didn't-
She was
didn't
bad.
need- She didn't need that much.
She was bad for sure, but
I mean, I'm a lightweight, but I'm sure she was a lightweight too. I mean, to be honest.
I
Definitely.
mean,
bro.
yeah, give me 2 cups of E&J. I'm righteous.
That
Like,
He's like, I'm
E&J
righteous.
mixed with lemonade.
yeah, after this weekend, I'm cool off the E&J for like several months. That shit is crazy. It's a good mix though.
Yeah.
But no, I feel you. I mean, it's just like I said, it's just got to be what you do. Like if you're into buying people drinks or taking people out to dinner or whatever the fuck,
yeah,
you do it because that's just what you do.
Yeah, that's what you do. It's
Yeah.
a kindness to your heart.
I think that's cool. You know, I feel like that will come around. It's like what goes around comes around. Like, yo, like you want to take your boys out. You
Fact.
want to take the squad, boys and girls, out. You want to do a favor because you hit big or you came into some money. Sure.
Why not?
Why not? That
Why
I
not?
think that's awesome. I'd rather give a squad a meal. You know, I'll feed them
Facts.
versus giving them.
But I ain't
something-
giving a free chick a fucking $15 drink. I can tell you that.
I'm not
no.
even buying myself that.
No,
I'm gonna tell you,
yeah.
I'm not even buying myself that. Like
I
if
ain't
I'm ever,
doing
if
that.
I'm ever out at like a gathering or whatever, like yo, I'm
Bro.
always the type of guy. You know me. I go up to the person. I'm like, yo, you got tap water with ice? Or
Yeah,
like,
no,
yo,
for,
yo,
no, that's a
give me a
fact,
cup
bro.
of
That's a
water
fact.
with
No, he
ice.
does that. Like that's a fact. And
I'm like, yo, give me a cup of water. Like I'm gonna walk around.
bro,
with
that's
some
need
dead
some
ass
water.
probably the
Water.
reason why I went broke when I was like 22, 23, bro. Because I was
Oh.
spending bread on fucking
Oh, I never did
random
that.
bitches at bars, bro. Who were like, "Can you buy me a drink?" And in my head, I'm like, "Bro, I'm gonna get laid, so hell yeah, I'm buying this girl a drink." And nothing
You
would
don't know the
happen. You know what I
game
mean?
yet,
So it's
yeah.
like, bro, we've all been through that. We've all been
Those
there.
girls know the game early on.
They
bro.
know it, bro. They know
From
bro,
like
a
15,
girl-
16 years old, they know the game.
Bro, a
How to get
girl,
free shit.
a girl. The second a girl goes to a bar and they catch you checking you out, they'll use that to their advantage, bro. They will use that to their advantage, and they will talk to you and they will gas you up, just get a couple drinks out of you, and then boom, they turn away and they walk away.
Bro,
I know that game, bro.
Bro,
I don't fuck with it no more.
I walked home from the bar one night freshman year with this girl who I think was visiting. So we walked home and like pretty much halfway through walking her home and we were like making out in the bar. I think I'm not gonna lie, I think I was like I'm not even gonna say what I was doing in the bar. It was consensual. But
Just
we were
say
doing
it,
some
just
wild
say
shit.
it.
I don't remember what it was,
This
so
is
I don't
the
want to say it. I don't
this
wanna
is
say
the
it.
come on, bro. This is a podcast.
I don't remember what it was though. It was like
Were you
some,
fingering her in the bar?
Nah, it wasn't like that. It was like it's probably some nipples involved and shit. But so anyway, we fucking were
Were you
walking.
biting her nipples
Dude,
in the
I don't
bar?
know. I don't know what was going on. It was I was off the Bud Light Platinums back then.
Platinums?
Who's off the button?
Nah. So all right. So boom.
The
Bud
8%
Light
platinum.
Yeah, no, that was my shit back then.
Yo,
Bro, you know that song "Desires" by
Yeah,
used to be
yeah.
middle of the dance floor. This is desire. Crazy. So boom, we're fucking walking back. We're almost home. She's like, we were talking about some shit, and then she was like, "Yeah, like I'm not gonna sleep with you tonight." No, she was like, "I'm not gonna sleep with you tonight." Blah blah blah. And then at that moment, my heart sank, and I was like,
He's like,
"Oh
"My
fuck!" Like in my mind, I was like, "Oh fuck," because back then I was young. I didn't know the game and shit. So I think I walked her like a little bit further, and then she walked in her fucking friend's house or whatever the hell. And I was like, damn. But it just goes to show, like, you're in that bar doing all that crazy shit. Doesn't mean a girl's gonna.
nope.
Sometimes she's just shit
no
testing you.
way.
I'll be honest, though.
No
Sometimes
way.
a
And
girl-
again, you can't expect that. Because, again,
Yeah.
that's what happens when you expect that. It's like, well, I'm going to actually go home. I don't feel good.
Well, then that's when you got to play it off like a G and be like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
no problem.
that's
like,
it. Yeah,
like,
that's
I was
it. Just be
expecting
like,
that.
alright,
Yeah, I
yo,
respect
peace.
that. I respect that.
All right, yo, peace. Like, that's it. Like, I was expecting that. Yeah, no
Or
problem,
what you
dude.
do
It's
is,
funny
yeah,
when you
you
do
do
that.
that. You do that. You go back. You grab the harpoon and you grab the closest. No.
Not the harpoon.
Not the harpoon is crazy.
Nah,
Not the
nah,
harpoon,
nah.
bro.
Definitely not the
Craziness.
harpoon.
We
Definitely
ain't-
not
we ain't
crazy.
we ain't blasting the harpoon.
It's
out
definitely
here.
not crazy.
No.
Definitely not crazy. Nah, that's true. And you know what's funny is when you're like aloof with it and you don't really care as much, they kind of like want to fuck with you again, though.
That's a fact.
Watch them change up.
It's a
When you're
fact.
like, that's fine.
When you show them you don't give a fuck, that's when they turn around and they're like,
yeah, and they're like, wait, really? They're like, you don't care, or like they go in, like they shut
You
the
can't
door.
be thirsty as fuck.
Nah, you
it's like that whole situation with pancakes.
Oh God.
Stop
I'm not bringing that up. I'm not bringing that up. What do you mean? Stop that cat. Tell
Stop
me
the
about
cap.
that. Tell me about that situation. Don't bring up any names, but tell me about the situation.
Which situation?
When we were at the bar.
You mean the one with like the filming when I was telling you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't mention any names, but
like the eye direction.
yeah.
Ow.
Tell Gino about this. Don't mention any names though. We don't have to bring up. We don't have to bring up any names.
No, I got you. So
It's just a funny fucking story.
Yeah, me and Vinny are out one time. We're with a bunch of people, and Vinny told me, this was premeditated, by the way.
Oh my god.
He tells me, he goes,
No,
yo, if I see so and so tonight, I will not give her any of my attention.
Which I didn't.
I will not
I didn't at
look in her direction. I won't even do nothing in that vicinity, right? So I was like, all right, cool, do your thing, bro. It's fine. That's cool. So we're there, we're chilling, and we see this person come in, and she's with a bunch of people, and I'm looking at Vinny, and I'm like, yeah, guess who, right? And then he's like, I don't care, whatever.
The girl that you liked or something?
I'm doing my thing.
It's a girl that I used to talk to and stuff.
Yeah, so he's like, nah, I don't care, I'm doing my thing, I'm chilling. I'm like, all right. So she gets closer and saying hi to everybody, says hi to him, whatever, and he's like, yo, if she says hi to me, I ain't saying hi to her. I'm like, all right, yo, do your thing, keep that same energy, bro. And then literally she comes up, hey, what's up, Vinny? Vinny's like, hey, what's up? What's going on? And then I look at him and I'm like, nah, boy, you capping. I was like, you capping, right?
You cap with that hat.
You capping, right?
Capping the hat right there.
Capping the hat right there.
So then I'm like, yo, what happened? Yeah. He's like, nah, man, I just had to be nice, had to be respectful. I'm like, all right, bet. So then we keep going.
That's
on
all I
night.
did.
So then we keep going on the night, right? And he's like, yo, I ain't gonna be looking at her though. I'm like, all right. So then
she looked good. I'm not gonna lie.
So then she's with all of our peoples. We're all dancing, chilling, having a good time. Then he's pulling out his phone. He's doing a Snapchat for his story or IG or whatever, doing his shit, right? And he's putting the camera in the direction of the person with the other people. I go, Vinny, I thought you said you wasn't gonna look at her. You out here with a fucking ginormous flash, going like this, again the whole party scenario.
I wasn't doing that.
I'm like, bro, you were staring in her direction.
I wasn't staring in her direction.
I was like, stop that.
Where else was my phone supposed to record?
Stop the cap. Bro, you were pointing in the vicinity.
How long ago was
this? This is in the summer, July maybe.
Yeah, it was in the summer.
July,
I mean, it was a girl you used to talk to or whatever. You was probably feeling her low key, you didn't really want to show her.
Yeah,
our friends were around her,
bad,
but at the same time, he's snapping him, me, a bunch of people. Then he's turning the camera.
Yeah, but
around.
I only and the whole thing. Remember when I went to tell you that so and so was there? I went to go look for that person.
Oh yeah. This is a good one too. So then, before one of my boys was coming in, right? And I saw him already. I said what's up to him. I dapped him out. And Vinny was on the other side. So then Vinny somehow comes back around. And I'm next to the person that he wasn't going to look at. I'm over there, right? And Vinny comes up to me and Vinny's like, yo, I was looking for you, bro. I'm like, what do you mean? I've been here the whole time. And he goes, nah, I wanted to make sure you saw our boy come in. And I'm like, yo, I already saw him, bro. Why are you coming over here again? Is it because, so-and-so's right next to me? And he's like, nah, bro. I was coming to make sure you saw our boy come in.
I literally was. I wanted to make sure
to see. I was like, cap.
I wanted to make sure that you saw our friend.
Stop the cap.
All right.
I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know. It's just fun to say cap.
Cap.
Stop the cap.
Cap and hat.
Stop the capping.
Oh, my God. What an episode.
Really popping.
My stomach is kind of fucked up.
What a fucking episode. Yeah, I got to shit my brains out.
All right. This was a good episode, guys.
This episode was
a really, really good episode.
I'm glad we got this done with all of our busy schedules.
We probably are approaching an hour at this point.
I would say so.
Dope.
But that's what you guys are here for.
I hope we do a round 2 soon, bro. I hope we do a round 2 soon.
In episode 10.
Yeah,
for real.
10. Just imagine 20.
Definitely down for a round 2.
We got to do round 2 somehow.
When we come back around.
We got to get young Pitmeister on here.
Oh, yeah.
If Pip don't come on here, I'm not streaming Monaco. Fuck, man.
Yeah, Monaco is out March 21st, by the way.
Shout out, Pep.
Ask on the podcast, bro.
He's coming.
Come on, bro.
Because I somehow manage this, he's going to manage the time to get on.
Here. We got to get young Blixmas.
I can't believe I got on before Blix.
There's a couple people that we're going to get on here soon.
I think LQ was the first guest.
LQ was the first guest.
LQ did a great job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did.
Ali, and then we'll get Pep, we'll get Blix, we'll get somebody else.
Special guest.
Handy. All right. Episode 10. Signing out. Sonic Boys.
Sonic Boys, we love y'all.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.
Stay tuned.